All right, welcome to Exclusive Tutoring San Diego's Algebra 2 review. Okay, what we're going to do right now is I'm just going to give you guys the equations that you need, go over them real quickly and talk about what they look like and what some of the vocabulary is. And then we're going to go into a couple of quick problems. All right. Now, just like what we had talked about earlier with our Algebra 1, let's actually pull that up too. Algebra 1, Algebra 2, they both have this standard format. Okay, let's use a different color. Standard format. And the standard format has A, B, and C as your constants for the standard form. So in your standard form for Algebra 1, because you have X and Y, both to the first power, you have AX plus BY is equal to C. Okay. Now, when we go into standard form for our quadratics or Algebra 2, you got to understand it's the same idea here. You know, A, B, and C are your constants for the standard form. But now what you have is you have two X's here. So AX squared, you got one X here, and then no X's here is equal to Y. So you still have A, B, C, but it's AX squared plus BX plus C. What this does is it creates, you know, what we call a quadratic, you know, a polynomial to the second power, and has that trailing first power and then constant afterwards. So what that very commonly does is that actually sets us up to use what we call the quadratic formula. So I just have it copied over here. And what you can do is you can take A, B, and C, and with those numbers defined, you can actually plug them into this equation. B, negative B, plus or minus the square root of B minus 4AC. Oop, where's my square in there? It should be B squared minus 4AC. So there's going to be a 2 up here that got erased somehow. So what that does is it allows us to take this situation and it actually creates a value underneath the square root. And what we understand about a square root is we cannot have numbers less than 1, okay? So, you know, or sorry, less than 0. So no numbers in our negatives can exist under here. When that does, when we have a negative root, what that does is it gives us imaginary numbers or 2 imaginary roots, okay? When we have a 0 under here, our answer is going to be our vertex or our axis of symmetry, which lies on our axis of symmetry. And as well as if we do have positive numbers, then that's when we will have 2 real roots. So when there's a positive value, that gives us 2 real answers, okay? Now, in addition, we also have this vertex form. And vertex form, sometimes what you can do is you can take your quadratic or your regular standard form, and what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to convert it into vertex form by doing some, you know, algebraic manipulations. We'll show you that in a moment when we go into our practice. But aside from that, what we got to understand is that the 3 formats that, you know, the standard form and the vertex form are fairly interchangeable. One, the vertex form is a lot easier for us to find our vertex and to draw our parabolas. However, the standard form is a situation where, you know, it's our usual representation of the polynomial. All right. So with that being said, let's actually go into this. What I have here is I've just pulled up CUDA software. And what you'll notice here is, let me enlarge this a little bit. What they're asking here is that vertex, right? The vertex. And what the vertex is, when we take a look at this, we have our standard form, right? Our standard form. And so A is a 1, right? B, you can see here is a positive 16. And C is a positive 64. Do you see that? And the vertex, like we had said, from our negative B plus or minus square root of B squared minus 4AC. Keep in mind, I had a mistake on my PowerPoint earlier. I'll go change that after this. And what we're doing here for the vertex is actually lying on this, okay? So what we'll do is we'll take the negative b, so that's going to be a negative 16 over 2a, so 2 times 1 is a 2. So our vertex lies at negative 8, okay? Well, what that means is x is negative 8 for the vertex coordinate, and we're going to actually go plug that into this equation to go ahead and find out what y would equal, okay? And so with multiplying this negative 8 in here, all right, so negative 8 in here squared is 64, so therefore we have 128 for this term and the back term right here. And we have the plus 16 times 8, negative 8, all right? And what that is going to give us actually that negative 128 as well. So our final answer for this is actually 0, y is equal to 0. So our coordinate for the vertex here is going to be negative 8, comma 0 as our answer, okay? And actually, if you want to, you can go scroll down and you'll see that's actually the answer for this one. They don't show you the work, right? But that's what's important. I want to make sure you understand how this work comes to give us that answer for the vertex. Now, the answers are going to be the similar process for these other ones. You just have to make sure you identify what A, B, and C are. Now, be careful when you do have values in here that end up becoming negatives to make sure that you use those as negatives, okay? Same with in front of your A. And if they do, for some reason, decide to swap the order of these around, right? Maybe they write this as, right? This could be rewritten as negative 10 plus 12x, right? Minus 3x squared. Just be careful that you make sure that A is the one in front of the x squared, B is the one in front of the x, and C is the one that has no x next to it, all right? So they can change things around on you if you'd like. I will be reviewing additional things such as graphing, such as finding your axis of symmetry, minimum, maximum value, all of these. You know, I'll be trying to do my best and teach these and releasing them throughout the rest of this summer. But if you do want to get ahead on whatever specific subject it is that you're trying to work on, you know, trying to get ready for, it could be anything up through calculus. I love to teach calculus, by the way. Please let me know. We're here to help throughout the summer. We do have programs set up for you to get ahead for all of these. And so please contact us. Let us know if you'd like the help and we can get something arranged for you. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Please let me know. Again, this is Eric with Exclusive Tutoring San Diego, 858-668-8248. Feel free to send me a text if you like. Even if you're working on some math problems and you don't know how to do it, send me a picture. More than happy to help. All right. Talk to you guys soon.